What's up, everyone? CapitalClefable here, and welcome to 2ForTuesdays, in which I give you 2 Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battles on this channel, and we have some very good ones for you guys today. Both are against Rai of Thunder, who actually did my channel banner, so definitely go check him out. He's a great guy, really awesome Poketuber, really good artist, and he's a pretty damn good battler too, as you guys are going to see from this battle. Now, I'm bringing about a little different team. He's bringing a really cool team. He's got a little bit of a rain team going on there with that Politoed. He's got Dragonite, Crawdon, who's going to get a boost from that rain, Fortress, Breloom, and Metagross. So a very scary team. I'm bringing a different team. Like I said, I'm bringing a defensive Arcanine, a sweeping Venomoth, Mega Aggron, and Haxorus and Nidoking are kind of usual suspects. But I'm also bringing an Eviolite Magneton, which I've fallen in love with lately. It does a hell of a lot of work. So without further ado, let's get into this battle. Now, if we can get this video to 40 likes, that would be absolutely fantastic. Let's try and do that, shall we? So, Ray is issuing a challenge, and he's going to send out Metagross. And I am going to start things off with my defensive Arcanine, because one thing I noticed is that he has a lot of physical attackers. So, we got some shiny sparkles going on. There's Arcanine, there's Metagross. I'm going to get the Intimidate off, except not really, because he has a clear body ability which prevents stats from being lowered. So, he's going to switch out, not want to take a Will-O-Wisp, which is exactly what I do go for. Or Flare Blitz, or anything really from Arcanine. So, he gets a Drizzle off, which is a good move on his play, because it'll weaken my Fire-type attacks. However, I do go for the Will-O-Wisp, but it misses. So, I cannot stay in. I cannot take a Scald to the face, because I will die very easily in the rain from a Politoed. So I'm just going to go to Magneton and basically sack off Magneton at this point. Now, you will see in the second battle I had against Rai of Thunder on this channel, which will be coming up shortly after this one, Magneton does so much work. So, you know, Magneton doesn't do anything in this battle, but next battle you should definitely stay tuned. He's going to kill me off with 2 Scalds there. I really had no other choice. So I'm just going to go into Haxorus here. I know I can take an Ice Beam or a Scald, whatever he wants to go for. So I'm going to set up a Dragon Dance right here, and hope that I can get some damage done. So, there goes the Dragon Dance. He's going to go for the Ice Beam right here. It's raining everywhere. I get my attack and speed rose, and there goes the Ice Beam. But Haxorus is going to be able to eat it. Eat it alive. He lives with 26 HP. So he's going to withdraw. Doesn't want to take an Outrage. Good move on his part. And I didn't know what item his Fortress was holding at this point. So I just went straight for the Outrage. And turns out he's holding a Rocky Helmet. So I'm going to be able to get off 2 Outrages with that +1 Dragon Dance off on this Fortress, which doesn't do much damage. As you can see, I hold on by 1 HP after the Rocky Helmet damage. But, you know, I'm going to be able to do about half to this Fortress, which really doesn't matter to me because I do have Nidoking, and Nidoking can easily take care of Fortress. I also have Arcanine, so kind of just wasted Haxorus right there, too. So I'm not playing too well at this point, but, you know, who expects Rocky Helmet on Fortress? I guess a lot of people. But anyway, he sets up Spikes, knowing that I'm going to die to the Rocky Helmet, and I'm going to go into Venomoth. Now, I can go for the Sleep Powder here. It's very risky after I get hurt by the Spikes, because he does have Breloom. However, that's what I'm going to do, except, guess what? I miss. He's going to go for the Volt Switch here. I'm going to take that rather nicely, because, I mean, it's a Fortress, and Venomoth is pretty specially defensive. And he's going to go into Breloom. Now, I really can't do much to Breloom. His shiny Breloom looks really cool, by the way. I get my Black Sludge recovery. I mean, I can Psychic it, I can Bug Buzz it, I Psychic it right here. It does quite a bit of damage, but I really wanted to put it to sleep and then set up with Quiver Dance. However, the Psychic doesn't take it out like I thought it might. I didn't know if it was Focus Sash or not. Turns out this one's actually Life Orb. Rain's going to stop, and he's going to be able to put Venomoth to sleep. However, the plus side to this is if he wants to stay in, Breloom can't really touch Venomoth unless it has Rock Tomb or something like that. So I was going to risk it and see if it did have Rock Tomb or not, but he actually just goes for the Swords Dance here, so now I'm getting a little bit worried, because if he has like Swords Dance, Spore, Rock Tomb, and Mach Punch, I'm pretty much screwed at this point. But he does only have he has the Mach Punch, so I'm assuming this is a Mach Punch, Spore, Mach Punch, Spore, Swords Dance, and I don't even know what else. Maybe Bullet Seed or something like that. But he's going to die to his own Life Orb Recoil. He doesn't get to do too much damage to Venomoth after my Black Sludge recovery. Venomoth is sitting there looking pretty, even though she's sleeping. She's knocking out Pokemon. So out comes Fortress. And Venomoth is still asleep. Now, the good thing about Breloom dying is the fact that I can actually put things to sleep now without having to worry about it, because you can't switch into Breloom and avoid the Sleep Powder. So he's going to go for the Gyro Ball. It's not going to kill me out. Wasn't expecting Gyro Ball in Fortress. This is a pretty offensive Fortress, but I go for the Sleep Powder. That's going to easily be able to close the eyes of that Fortress and put it to sleep. So I'm going to set up some Quiver Dances here. It's a risky move because if he does wake up and go for a Gyro Ball, I am screwed. Venomoth is going down. But that's what I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to go for the Quiver Dance. I know, hoping that he gets at least 2 turns of sleep. I'm going to get my special attack, special defense, and my speed raised, whatever. He's still asleep. And I'm going to get some more Black Sludge recovery. And I love using Venomoth. Venomoth is a very, very powerful Pokemon if you can get it going. I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz here after +1, because I know from that range I can easily take it out, because I have the Tinted Lens, and Tinted Lens makes not very effective moves do a little bit more damage. So I'm going to get Black Sludge back, get my HP back, so I'm sitting at nearly half, not quite, but we're almost there. He's going to go into Emily. Now, I'm actually just going to go for a Sleep Powder here. Since Fortress is dead, he's no longer asleep. I'm free to go for the Sleep Powder here because there's no more Sleep Claws in effect. And I just want to fight. It's not nice. It's not fun if you put everything to sleep. But since Fortress died off, I'm free to go for the Sleep Powder here. And here I'm going to set up some Quiver Dances and get some HP recovery from the Black Sludge. Because Venomoth is a bug poison type, even though it looks like it should be a flying type. I don't have any poison stab on this, but Psychic works better in my opinion, because people are probably expecting Sludge Bomb more often. So I'm going to get another Quiver Dance up. His Politoed is still asleep. Now, before this battle, a few weeks ago, he was actually telling me about a physical Politoed set that he likes to run. So I was kind of thinking this might be a physical Politoed right here. And if that's the case, that's pretty damn interesting. However, this ends up being a special Politoed, as we saw from the Haxorus earlier. Now, he goes for the Ice Beam here. Scald probably would have done more damage. Definitely would have done more damage, especially in the rain. It's Stab. But it wouldn't have knocked me out regardless, unless he got the Burn. But he doesn't. And he goes for the Ice Beam. I guess he thought maybe Venomoth was a bug flying type, but it's a bug poison type. I'm going to be able to put it back to sleep. I don't want to deal with it. I want to set up some more Quiver Dances and get some HP back from the Black Sludge. Now we're at half. Now we're at exactly half. So at this point, he's going to make the safe play, realizing he's not really going to get anywhere. I'm just going to keep setting up on him and go into Dragonite. Now, Dragonite is a very powerful Pokemon. I go for the Quiver Dance on the Switch. It's not going to matter because he does have the Multi-Scale. Now, if his Multi-Scale was broken, this Bug Buzz actually would have knocked him out easy. No doubt in my mind. But it doesn't because his Multi-Scale is still intact. So, it does do a nice, it does a respectable amount of damage. I mean, could do it not very effective. He does go for the Fire Punch here. I'm like, oh, great, he's dead. However, it's not stabbed, and it is in the rain. And fire attacks, fire type attacks get weakened in the rain. So I'm actually going to save Venomoth for later, waste all those Quiver Dances, because he still has Sleep Powder, and you can still outspeed a lot on his team. I'm just going to go out into Aggron, and Aggron is a very, very, very powerful Pokemon. I expected the extreme speed too, so, even if I went for another Bug Buzz, it wouldn't have mattered because it would knock me out with the extreme speed. So there's another reason why I went to Aggron. But I'm going to be able to Mega Evolve here. Fire Punch in the rain with the Filter ability is not going to do anything. Earthquake is not going to do anything. So he goes for the Dragon Dance here. However, I like this set on Mega Aggron more than pretty much any other set because it's so defensive. I run Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Dragon Tail, and Heavy Slam. Iron Head might be a little bit better than Heavy Slam. I just like Heavy Slam's animation, to be honest. But the rain's going to stop here. I do paralyze him, so that's really good. I'm going to be able to set up some free rocks here. So if he ever wants to switch Dragonite out, he's going to take some damage from those rocks. He's going to go for the Fire Punch after the rain stops. He's at +1. But as you guys can see, Mega Aggron pretty much eats that up. And I am happy that he did not get the burn there. He does get paralyzed here, which is kind of unfortunate. But I am just going to go for the Dragon Tail and knock him out. Even if he didn't get burned, even if he didn't get to paralyze, it still wouldn't have done really anything to Aggron, and it really wouldn't have had an effect on the game. So he's going to go out into Metagross here. I love shiny Metagross. The X on his face looks amazing, and I am going to eat up this Earthquake, which I kind of expected was coming. You see Meteor Mash, Zen Headbutt, Earthquake, maybe Bullet Punch. You see, Metagross can run a bunch of different sets. You can even run a special Metagross if you want, but I wouldn't really recommend it. But anyway, I'm going to go for the Dragon Tail, phase out that Metagross, and out comes his sleeping Politoed. Now, the only thing that's going to be weird about this is the fact that it's going to take some Stealth Rock damage and bring back the rain with its Drizzle ability. So I wasn't really keeping track of how many turns this rain was going on, which is something you should really want to do when you have Sandstorm going or Sunny Day going or whatever. But I didn't. I expected it to be like a Choice Scarf or Choice... the way the damage it was doing, I don't know, I thought maybe Choice Specs, but whatever. So I actually got Dragon Tail him out into his Crawdont, which is good because the Stealth Rocks are going to break the possible Focus Sash. However, he's going to be able to take me out with a Waterfall easily outspeed me. And we're going to pause right here, and we are at turn 28, and give me 1 second. Alright, so like I was saying, the Stealth Rocks was good. It could have broken his possible Focus Sash, but he's not actually Focus Sash. He's actually Life Orbed, which you guys are going to see right there. So you got 2 Life Orbers on his team, which is very interesting because that's going to do that's a lot of recoil damage. I don't know if I would do that. However, Breloom and Crawdon are pretty good Life Orb users, so I wouldn't. It's not a bad play at all. At this point, I'm just going to go into Arcanine after he knocks out my what did he knock out? My Mega Aggron. I know I can outspeed, and even if he wants to go for an Aqua Jet in the rain with Life Orb, I know I can live it because I got the Intimidate off, and this is a physically defensive Arcanine, and as you guys can see, he actually ate up that Waterfall. So I got the Will-O-Wisp off, so I'm pretty happy about that. We've got to burn Crawdon. Crawdon really can't do much anymore. It can Swords Dance or Dragon Dance, but it's not going to do much. Go for the Aqua Jet here. That's going to be able to take me out. I was thinking it wouldn't take me out, but I don't know. It's in the rain. If it wasn't in the rain, it definitely wouldn't have taken me out. But we do got the burn. He is going to take a ton of recoil damage from the Life Orb and the burn. So residual damage is always a good thing. At this point, I know Nidoking after the burn and the Intimidate and all that stuff. Even after the spikes, I can take an Aqua Jet. So I'm just going to go in there and then clean things up. I'm going to go for an Earth Power here because I know he still has that, that Fortress. And if the Fortress wants to come in, it can just die to an Earth Power. But he doesn't, and Crawdon goes down. So Nidoking is sitting pretty, as he always is. I just love Nidoking so much. Easily my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, other than Clefable, obviously. Clefairy and Clefable are the best. I'm not using a Clefable in this battle. That's kind of weird to see, isn't it? But we're going to go for the Thunderbolt here. We're going to be able to kill off that Politoed, that Sleeping Politoed. Didn't really do too much this battle, however, it was kind of annoying to deal with because I had to play around it. Because a lot of my team is weak to Politoed. But he's going to go into Metagross here. I was kind of fearing the Bullet Punch, thinking that maybe Bullet Punch might take out Nidoking. But I don't think it would. And besides, I think I had another Pokemon to use anyway if Nidoking went down. So I am just going to go for the Earth Power here. And down goes Metagross, and that is the game. So, very narrow 2-0 victory. That's right, I still had Venomoth who wouldn't have been able to do anything. So, but a very narrow 2-0 victory against Rai of Thunder. Excellent, excellent battle. And if you guys thought this one was good, wait until you see the next one that we're going to have here on CapitalClefable's 2ForTuesday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's try and get this video up to 40 likes. Like I said, thank you guys so much for all the support lately. I really, really appreciate it. Definitely go check out Rai of Thunder. You can find all the links that you need to look for down below in the description. So, stay tuned for video number 2. It'll be up very, very soon. And remember, guys, have a capital day. I'm CapitalClefable, and I'm out. Later.